So we're going to try to relax to get ready for the weekend. I'm filming this on Monday, so I'm not yet in the relaxing Friday mood. And as you might have noticed, I'm back on the iPhone because I've been trying to set things up with the new camera for close to an hour now, and I couldn't make it work. The lens, I don't know, I feel like it's not the correct word, but it's too zoomed in. I guess it's not wide enough. So if I wanted to have just like the book inside the frame, it was very difficult, and the way I had to place the camera, I had like nowhere to set. I've ordered a new lens, which I should receive soon. Hopefully it's gonna make things better because I think the image with the camera looks great. The colors look very good as well. Like if I'm comparing this with the same lighting as what I had with the camera, it's a world of difference. But finding a way to place it and like the positioning and all that, it's very difficult, and it's taking me a lot of time. So not that I regret my purchase, but I think I might have been a bit too ambitious, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we'll try to think of positive things. So tonight I will be telling you all about Eevee with this little book. This is basically like a bedtime story, but one that is gonna be teaching you about stuff. I don't know if that's gonna work, but there's a quiz feature in YouTube, so if you don't fall asleep before the end, you'll be able to listen to a little quiz. Yeah, I chose this book first of all because it was very cheap, like $10, and second because I really like Eevee, and I've got our little Eevee deck box and this cute little Eevee as well. So it's really Eevee themed today. I don't know if I can make it look up a bit. Not really. So I think, well, let's read on the back. It should tell us more. So it says Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylveon. Eevee is amazing. I agree. It has 8 different evolutions. Discover everything you need to know about this incredible Pokemon and each of its unique and powerful forms. After you're an Eevee expert, take the quiz to find out which Eevee evolution is your perfect Pokemon partner. Oh, I thought it was like, did you listen well? And here's the quiz. But no, it's to know which evolution is your perfect partner. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the quiz then. Anyways, let's get started. Oh, look at this Eevee, it's so cute. Eevee may be small, measuring in at only 1 foot tall, but it's amazing. In fact, Eevee may be the key to. The lighting is not ideal. I didn't think it would reflect on the pages. To solving one of the biggest mystery of Pokemon science, how Pokemon evolve. While most Pokemon have 1 or 2 evolutions, Eevee is known to evolve into an incredible number of different forms, 8. Each of these forms is a different type, and evolution into each of these forms happens under different conditions. It's no surprise that Eevee is the evolution Pokemon. This book contains what we currently know about Eevee and all of its evolutions. Many researchers hope that our understanding of this unique Pokemon expands. We will also gain a deeper knowledge of Pokemon evolution. Read on to learn all about this incredible Pokemon. And then we've got many nice pictures of Eevee. And it says, "Meet the extraordinary Eevee." And we have Jolteon, Flareon, Glaceon, Vaporeon, Espeon, Umbreon, and Leafeon. So, Eevee, it's the evolution Pokemon. It measures 1 foot and it weighs 14.3 pounds. That's very specific. And it is a normal Pokemon. 8 different Pokemon evolve from the amazingly adaptive Eevee, according to current studies. Its unstable genetic structure allows for this incredible diversity in evolutions. I like that they say, according to current studies, it means that we might have new evolutions in the future. Eevee in battle. Eevee is a brave Pokemon who isn't afraid to give its all. Its genes may be flexible, but Eevee does not bend in battle. It thrives under pressure and doesn't get spooked by a big audience. It has been known to win important Pokemon League battles in giant stadiums with thousands of fans cheering it on. Some of Eevee's most impressive moves are a deep dig, an Iron Tail Thwack, a Super Sand Attack, a Total Takedown, a Fiery Rage Tackle, a glowing purple Shadow Ball, and a Tackle Pounce. Oh look, it's very serious. It can also amplify a fellow Pokemon's move by offering a helping hand. This boost happens when Eevee places its paws on another Pokemon who is ready to attack. For example, when Flareon got ready to fire Flamethrower, Eevee's helping hand gave it a big boost, taking it from Flamethrower to Flame Waller. That's cute. However, a smart trainer would be wise not to choose a normal type Eevee if its opponent is a fighting type Pokemon like Machop, Mankey, Riolu, or Hitmonlee. No, that is true. Not the best idea. Famous Eevee. Oh, we're gonna learn about famous Eevees. Sakura's Eevee. Sakura and her sisters are known for their famous tea ceremony. If you're ever in Agritique City in the Johto region, their traditional dress dances, music, flower arranging, pastries, and of course tea are not to be missed. But there's also something extra special that you might not find at other tea ceremonies: a very cuddly Eevee. This friendly Pokemon greets cats with its trainer Sakura. However, it doesn't stay an Eevee forever. On page 46, you'll find out what happens next. I kind of feel like skipping to page 46, but that would be cheating. I'm not gonna do that. And we have May's Eevee. May is a Pokemon coordinator and the daughter of the Petalburg City gym leader Norman, and she loves to travel and compete in Pokemon contests. It takes a skilled Pokemon to earn a coveted contest ribbon, but May's Eevee has done it. Perhaps their success can be credited to their special bond. May has cared loves the Pokemon egg, which she received as a gift from some Pokemon ranchers. Ever since, she and Eevee have been inseparable and may even help it evolve. Can you guess which form it evolved into? Read on and you'll find out on page 70. I think, because she says that they're good friends, that it probably evolved into a Sylveon. But I guess we'll see. 8 reasons Eevee is awesome. Eevee is fluffy, so fluffy. That's a very good reason. Eevee has the cutest big brown eyes and is a natural superstar at Pokemon contests. It's both talented and adorable. Eevee is sweet but tough. If you get the chance to battle Eevee, you'd better bring your A game. Team Rocket is no match for Eevee. Eevee can send them blasting off with its Rage Tackle attacks. Currently, there's no other known Pokemon that can evolve into as many different forms as Eevee. One special Eevee and its evolved form Flareon helped their trainer, Virgil, or Team Eevee fame, win the Unova League. Even if the slope is steep, Eevee can sprint down a mountainside. And finally, Eevee doesn't mind getting dirty if someone needs its help. It can use Stick to quickly get down to someone stuck underground. Well, that's very nice of him. Oh, famous Eevee who have chosen not to evolve. The Eevee on Team Eevee. Virgil, the leader of Team Eevee division of the Pokemon Rescue Squad, knows very well how amazing each evolved form of Eevee truly is. That's because Virgil has an Eevee plus 7 of its evolution on hand as Pokemon partners. When Virgil's Eevee asked him to help it evolve, Virgil asked Eevee which evolution it wanted to be, but Eevee wasn't exactly sure yet. Soon, Virgil and his team Eevee were called upon to help out. A group of Cryogonal had frozen over a local dam and trapped its staff. Eevee stepped up to save the day. It not only helped protect the dam, but also rescued Virgil's brother. After Virgil witnessed Eevee's incredible strength and valor, he helped it see that it was already a powerful Pokemon, just the way it was. So Eevee chose to remain its spectacular Eevee self and not evolve. The Eevee of the Eevee brothers. In the valley of Stone Town, there were 3 brothers obsessed with evolution. They were known as the Battling Eevee brothers. Each sibling had an evolved form of Eevee. Sparky had a Jolteon, Rainer had a Vaporeon, and Pyro had a Flareon. Together, they hosted a big garden party to help other trainers evolve their Pokemon using local evolution stones. These 3 famous brothers had a younger brother, Mikey, whose best friend was Eevee. Mikey's brothers insisted in order for Eevee to be the best at battling, it had to evolve like theirs had. They were planning to pressure Mikey into making Eevee evolve on stage at the main event of their party. But Mikey cared more about his Pokemon pal than battles, or even his brother's opinions. On the day of the garden party, Mikey tried to hide Eevee in the woods to protect it, but as it turned out, Eevee could protect itself. When Team Rocket crashed the party, it was Eevee who sent them, all blasting off. Mikey's 3 older brothers saw firsthand just how incredible Eevee was and admitted that they were wrong. As a sign of pride, they decided to officially rename their that's nice. Good job, Eevee. The incredible eight known forms, eight known evolutions of Eevee. So we have Umbreon, Espeon, Sylveon, Glaceon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, and Leafeon. They are all so cute. Meet Vaporeon. The Bubble Jet Pokemon. Its height is 3 feet around, and it weighs 63.9 pounds, and it is a water-type Pokemon. Eevee evolves into Vaporeon with the help of her Water Stone. Vaporeon lives near water, and some who see it wandering the shore think it's a mermaid. When submerged, its camouflage is perfect. It can disappear entirely in order to launch a sneak attack. Now you see Vaporeon, now you don't. The molecules that make up Vaporeon are so similar to H2O that this Pokemon can become nearly invisible in water. The solid Bubble Jet Pokemon can appear to melt into liquid. Vaporeon is a Pokemon that can really go with the flow. Oh, they're doing puns. Vaporeon in battle. Vaporeon is a master of sneak attack. If it is lucky enough to be battling near a body of water, Vaporeon can jump right in it and disappear in a matter of seconds. Its foe won't have any clue where it went. Then Vaporeon can swim right up and surprise its opponent with one of its awesome attacks. A strong stream of Vaporeon Bubble Beam can blow even the rustiest door wide open. A burst of its water gun can help blast off Team Rocket, and one of its Aurora Beam can knock out a proud Poliwhirl. Virgil and his Vaporeon made a splash at the Unova League Championship with a super Shadow Ball, an impressive Hydro Pump, and a stunning Aurora Beam. Vaporeon is a very talented Pokemon that can even use acid armor to shield itself, but every advantage counts, so a wise trainer should think twice before choosing Vaporeon to battle with an electric-type Pokemon like Pikachu or a grass-type Pokemon like Bulbasaur. Famous Vaporeon. The Vaporeon of the four battling Eevee brothers. Rainer, one of the four battling Eevee brothers, considers Vaporeon to be his best buddy. His bond with Vaporeon is so deep, he even encourages little brother Mikey to evolve his Eevee with a Water Stone, so he could also know the joy of training a Vaporeon. Sumomo's Vaporeon. Sumomo is one of Sakura's sisters. She and her Vaporeon aren't shy. Not only will they be the first to strike, they like to start a battle with scent attack. Nothing like flinging a little dirt at a foe to show you mean business. And for a big knockout finale, Vaporeon can unleash Aurora Beam. That blast is how Sumomo's Vaporeon won its round against Misty and Poliwhirl. The Vaporeon on Team Eevee. Virgil's Pokemon pal Vaporeon has a very strong bubble jet. It is also known for its Shadow Ball, a move it used while helping Virgil on his way to victory at the Unova League Championship. However, this Vaporeon might be proudest to call itself a member of Team Eevee of the Pokemon Rescue Squad. swimming, jumping, and not doing much. Other Vaporeon fans, even some trainers who don't have a Vaporeon, are a fan of this sneaky Pokemon. If Water-type trainer Misty had the choice, she'd evolve Eevee into Vaporeon, and James of Team Rocket also favored cool Vaporeon. That is, until it helped make Team Rocket blast off. 7 reasons why Vaporeon is very cool. Vaporeon can appear to be liquid, put it in a pool and no one will be able to tell what is water and what is Vaporeon. Vaporeon has got gills and mad skills. If you've ever tried to carry a bucket full of water, you know just how heavy liquid is. So it's not surprising that the Bubble Jet Pokemon is the heaviest of Eevee's evolution. I didn't know that. Vaporeon's Aurora Beam isn't just a mighty attack, it's also a beautiful one. The blast of light can turn into a rainbow. The Bubble Jet Pokemon's two-tip tail can help it swim. When ice cream melts, it's a bad thing, but when Vaporeon melts, it's amazing and can make it invisible. Vaporeon can fend off a foe on land or sea. Even if the battlefield is landlocked, Vaporeon knows how to make waves in any match. Ooh, time for Jolteon. Jolteon, the lightning Pokemon. It weighs 54 pounds. I didn't think it was that heavy. Eevee evolves into Jolteon with the help of a Thunderstone. When Jolteon's fur bristles up, don't stand too close. It might be about to call down a lightning strike. Becoming friends with this Pokemon can be difficult because of its high-strung nature. Jolteon's move can change completely in a flash. It might go from joyful to furious as fast as lightning. These switches don't only supercharge Jolteon's move, they also power up its electric energy. Its sudden strength and ferocity can surprise friends and foes. And when Jolteon is really angry, look out. Jolteon becomes covered in lightning, and its spiky coat converts into needles that can fire at a foe. Oh, look, there's a cute Pikachu. I don't know why. Jolteon in battle. When it's called upon, Jolteon can spring into battle and strike as fast as lightning. Just one reason, it's the lightning Pokemon. Jolteon is known for using unbelievably strong electric type moves. Jolteon's terrific Thundershock can send a swirl of energy at its foe and can zap an opponent with Thunder Wave. It can also rain down on an enemy with a pointed pin missile. Though it might be a surprise to hear, it could be wise to choose to battle with an electric type Pokemon partner against electric type Jolteon. A tough thunder attack from one of Ash's Pikachu once left Satsuki Jolteon unable to battle. Famous Jolteons. The Jolteon of the 4 battling Eevee brothers. Sparky is one of the 4 famous battling Eevee brothers. He has yellow hair that sticks straight up from his head, just like his favorite Pokemon pal, Jolteon. The electric type Pokemon is always by Sparky's side, and Sparky won't hear any argument when it comes to his Jolteon. He considers the lightning Pokemon to be better than all the rest. Even Meowth of Team Rocket agrees with him. If Meowth had his way, he would evolve an Eevee. He swiped into Jolteon, but luckily he didn't get the chance. The Jolteon on Team Eevee, Virgil of the Pokemon Rescue Squad, is proud to have his Jolteon on Team Eevee. He knows he can count on the lightning Pokemon to be ready to help in a flash, as the electric type on the team Jolteon energizes its Pokemon pals, plus it can get a generator humming. And Satsuki's Jolteon. You can find Satsuki and Jolteon at the traditional tea ceremony center in Agritique City. Satsuki is known for serving tea, famously tasty tea, while she has a reputation for being relaxed. Her battles are even more energizing than her tea. Thanks to her electric type partner, things can go from peaceful to playful quickly when she brings her buddy Jolteon. There's no relaxing if you face Satsuki and Jolteon on the battlefield. Just say the word, and this pair will be ready for a round. Six reasons Jolteon is just incredible. If your batteries ever run out of juice, it can be handy to have a Jolteon on hand. Its Thunderbolt is so powerful it can help recharge them. Jolteon can use its anger in a productive way. When it gets mad, its feeling can motivate it to step in and save the day. Jolteon isn't afraid when it sees another angry Pokemon. It didn't flinch when faced with Cryocanal's rage. The lightning Pokemon fur isn't just cool to look at, it's also an amazing asset on the battlefield. The strands can turn into spikes that can fire at an opponent. Like a flash of lightning, Jolteon can burst into action in a split second. We got a very angry Jolteon at the top. Jolteon's volatile feelings don't drain its energy. In fact, it can power up with just the help of its emotions. Good job, Jolteon. And now Flareon. Eevee evolves into Flareon with the help of a Firestone. Flareon prefers to roast berries with its fiery breath before chowing down. The temperature of its body averages nearly 1500 degrees Fahrenheit, and the sack where it stores its flames is twice as hot. You might think you've experienced bad breath before, but nothing can come close to Flareon's ferocious exhale. The air that comes out of his mouth can be even hotter than 3000 degrees Fahrenheit. Flareon's I'm confused. Flareon's deep breath stroked the furnace like chamber inside its body. So beware, the flame Pokemon can scorch someone with a single pant. Oh, thankfully it is not known to be a close talker. spin, can melt blocks of ice with flamethrower, can confuse its enemy by duplicating itself with double team, but arguably its boldest possible move is Fire Blast, which sends a 6 arm starfire at an opponent. At the Unova League Championship, Virgil's Flareon sent a Fire Blast explosion so strong you didn't have to be watching the battle inside the stadium to witness it. It sent big clouds of smoke bellowing into the sky over Fairtress City. Oops. A clever trainer would choose Flareon to face the bold fighting and steel-type Lucario in battle, just as Virgil did on his way to winning the Unova League. I don't know, but I think that Virgil won the Unova League. It's the third time to tell us. Famous Flareons. The Flareon of the four battling Eevee brothers. Pyro is the brother with bright red head, who calls Flareon his favorite Pokemon. Pyro loves to pet Flareon for his fur and is a very devoted trainer. He thinks that the key to winning battles is to help evolve your Pokemon pals. He would also argue that Flareon is the strongest evolution of Eevee. Jessie of Team Rocket agrees. She too is a fan of Flareon, but no one has a passion for proving that it's the best, quite like Pyro. Kuma's Flareon. Kuma is the musician of the Tea Ceremony Sisters of Ecruteak City. She's no stranger to practicing, whether it's her instrument or training with her Pokemon pal Flareon. If anyone, such as Team Rocket, ever causes trouble at her tea ceremony garden, she calls upon the Flame Pokemon to help. And we got the Flareon of Team Eevee. Flareon enjoys fighting for what's right and protecting people and Pokemon as part of the Pokemon Rescue Squad's elite Team Eevee. Virgil, Team Eevee. Virgil, Team Eevee's trainer. Where am I? Team Eevee's trainer knows he can always call on Flareon for any mission, whether it's to help rescue someone in need or to battle the whole center stage at the Unova League. Flareon has an incredible power, which comes from the strength of its very special bond with Virgil and Flareon. And what do they say here? In fact, Pokemon, Flareon and Eevee make an especially strong duo when duty calls. At the dam just outside of Fairtress City, Flareon had fired Flamethrower to melt the thick ice, and Eevee made the Flamethrower even stronger. But there's nothing even stronger with Helping Hand. Fire type moves are powerful, but there's nothing like teamwork to get the job done. Okay, so I'm kind of falling asleep, so we'll finish Flareon, and I think I'll have time to finish filming this tomorrow morning when I'm a bit more awake. They say if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. But a kitchen can't even take the kind of heat Flareon can fire up. Flareon's soft, fuzzy fur is fun to pet. So soft, so fuzzy, so fun. I didn't think you could pet him. I thought he would be like burning hot. The average oven for cooking goes up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, but Flareon's furnace burns at a whopping 6 times hotter. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and maybe a Flareon behind it all. Flareon can sure create a lot of fire and smoke with its breathtaking fire blast. Some people warm up by a fireplace or radiator, but Flareon doesn't need those. It has a furnace right in its belly. Flareon breathes fire in a pinch. It could even help you cook. Yeah, I'm not sure it would. Okay, so we are at Espeon now. So I'll go to bed and I'll finish filming this tomorrow morning. In your case, I'll be back in a few seconds. Okay. Let's keep reading about Eevee. Okay, so we had finished Flareon. Now we're learning about Espeon. Eevee evolves into Espeon in the sunshine once it has a strong bond of friendship with its trainer. Espeon doesn't have to see its opponent to sense its movement, and its fine fur picks up even the slightest shift in air currents. If the orb on its forehead goes dark, that means its psychic power is temporarily depleted. Eevee evolves into Espeon with sunshine on its shoulders, but evolution isn't the only time Espeon needs to soak in the sun. It runs on rays. Espeon might look like it's being lazy when it lies down in the sunlight, but it's actually storing sunbeam power in the orb on its forehead. The sun may be Espeon's fuel, but the air is its crystal ball. Thanks to the sensitive hairs that cover its body, Espeon can read the wind and truly sense danger coming. The air alerts the sun Pokemon if something or someone is headed its way, and it uses the wind to see into the future. So good luck sneaking up on Espeon. It also won't be lured with food, fancy objects, or even sweet talk, thanks to its terrific psychic type advantage. Well, Espeon is pretty smart. I didn't know it could do all that. Espeon in battle. Espeon is a powerful Pokemon, but it doesn't truly snap into action until it feels the need to defend itself. And then look out, Espeon will unleash its formidable psychic type skills. An opponent will be hard-pressed to surprise the Sun Pokemon, but Espeon doesn't just play defense. It has been known to fire such strong swift attacks that the glowing start can bust open a cage. One shot of pulsing Psybeam from Espeon's orb can blast off Team Rocket, and if a rival tries to strike back, Espeon can dodge. It has even been able to avoid Victorbell's Razor Leaf Storm with its speedy quick attack. Look, it's very cute. It's relaxed. Espeon has been Sakuru's buddy ever since it was just a little Eevee. Sakuru's sisters didn't consider her beautiful or old enough to officially be part of the group, but Sakura still felt she had a lot to learn from them and stayed close. All this while her dream was to become a Pokemon trainer. Sakura's job at the tea ceremony had been to greet guests with her Pokemon pal. Right after she helped her Eevee evolve into Espeon, Team Rocket returned to wreak havoc at the tea ceremony, stealing the Pokemon of Sakura's sisters. Espeon volunteered to go undercover to help recover their Pokemon. It bravely acted as bait for Team Rocket and led Sakura to her sisters. Led Sakura and her sisters right to their hiding spot, where they battled until the terrible trio was blasted off again. After that successful mission, Sakura was certain that she was ready to begin her journey to becoming a trainer with her best friend Espeon, and this time Sakura's older sister supported her and encouraged her to go for her goal. The Espeon of Team Eevee. Rescue missions are what Team Eevee is all about. When the team seems to be up a creek with no paddle, or rather sliding off a mountainside with no way to stop, Espeon is certainly a standout teammate. One focused psychic Cloven Espeon can instantly freeze its falling friends midair. Espeon's fast action saved Ash, Silent, Iris, Axew, Pikachu in a single moment. It's cute. They're like all the evolutions. 8 reasons Espeon is exciting. Espeon isn't afraid of danger because it can avoid trouble before it ever happens. That's a very nice skill to have. I wish I had this skill. No sunscreen necessary. Espeon can spend all day in the sun without getting burned. In fact, it will only be mightier thanks to its Sorb's ability to soak up strength from sunbeams. Espeon's fur isn't just nice to pet, it also gives it important insight. The strands can sense even the lightest change in the air. The orb between Espeon's eye is better than any battery. It stores the sun's energy and powers up Espeon's moves. The sun Pokemon doesn't need eyes to freeze someone. It can stop anyone in their tracks with a psychic blast. Espeon can predict its foe's next move before it strikes. Espeon is so swift and has such strong senses that it can run through a razor leaf attack without getting hit by a single leaf. You don't need a special stone to help Eevee evolve into Espeon. All it takes is sunshine and friendship. Not needing a stone is nice. Umbreon. Eevee evolves into Umbreon while bathed in moonlight. Umbreon's black fur makes it well suited for battles in the dark. It can rely on its camouflage to keep hidden until it's ready to strike. When it's angry, its sweat turns toxic. I didn't know that. Even at midnight, this dark-type Pokemon doesn't need a light. Umbreon's big red eyes can see perfectly when it's pitch black. This advantage lets the moonlight Pokemon excel at battles in the dark. Its opponents won't be able to see anything but a glow. Only the shine of the yellow rings on Umbreon's fur might give a warning when it's ready to pounce. Yeah, well, this Umbreon is not too happy. Umbreon in battle. Umbreon isn't scared so fast. It can race at an opponent like a flash of light with quick attack, and it's so stealthy. It can jump high into the air to avoid a false charge. Umbreon can have such unbelievable agility that it can even dodge swings of Dynamic Punch by Alakazam. When its eyes glow, you know it's about to deliver a huge wallop of hidden power. A smart trainer wouldn't use a Psychic type move against Umbreon. It would just be a waste of time since Dark type Umbreon wouldn't even flinch. And don't bother using a move like Double Team that duplicates a Pokemon's opponent. Umbreon can tell exactly which Pokemon are the fake. Famous Umbreon. The Umbreon of Team Eevee. The trainer of Team Eevee, Virgil, has a special place in his heart for Umbreon. His first Eevee evolved into the Dark-type Pokemon, and not a moment too soon. When Virgil was a kid, he and Eevee got lost in the forest. As night swept in, Virgil was scared they wouldn't find their way back home, and just when he was about to give up, Eevee evolved into Umbreon in the moonlight, and using its light, Umbreon led the way out of the woods. Virgin really relies on the moonlight Pokemon. He knows it well and uses its strengths wisely. When the power went out at the local dam, Virgil asked Umbreon to use Flash to light up the control center. When Virgil needed a key to open a door during one of their rescue missions, he paired up Umbreon with Glaceon. Glaceon provided the hard eyes, and Umbreon shaped it to be the perfect key using Psychic. Virgil knows he can always count on Umbreon. I didn't know Umbreon could use Psychic. I would have left that for Espeon. Tamao's Umbreon. Tamao is the famous traditional tea ceremony. Tamao of the famous traditional tea ceremony in Ecruteak City always has her best buddy Umbreon by her side. Tamao teaches a lovely class on flowers, and she spends her days delicately arranging blossoms. She has passed that grace on to her pal Umbreon, who has impressive agility. Gary Oak's Umbreon. Professor Oak's grandson Gary is very proud of his pal Umbreon. They have a great partnership, they listen to each other, and they really work in sync. Gary knows he can trust Umbreon's extremely sharp senses. It can pick out its real opponent even when surrounded by a Pokemon who has multiplied with Double Team. And as his duteous trainer himself, Gary appreciates that. Umbreon is very observant. For example, when Umbreon alerted Gary to a blackout across a nearby city, luckily Umbreon can light up the way in the dark. And we also have Gladian's Umbreon. In the first Alola Pokemon League Championship, Gladion faced off against his sister Lily. They are the children of one of the organizers of the event, Lucamine of the Ether Foundation. Needless to say, the battle heat was on. Lily chose her beloved Alolan Vulpix Snowy for the match, and Gladion chose his buddy Umbreon. The Dark-type Pokemon was able to withstand a Z-move sent over from Snowy, Sub-Zero Slammer. Thanks to Umbreon, Gladion won that very intense round, along with some definite bragging rights. All that I'm sure. And it's all the people with their Umbreon. 7 reasons Umbreon is impressive. Oops. No fancy moisturizers or mask necessary. Umbreon has a glow that comes naturally. You won't need to carry a flashlight around if you bring your buddy Umbreon. It can light the way with its bright flash. Using its power, Umbreon has been known to mold and bend things to its will. Umbreon has an air of mystery that can intimidate its foes without even having to make a move. Umbreon lights up a room. Sure, it's got a great personality, but the rings on its body can also glow, giving off warm light. Umbreon's coat is smooth and shiny. It could be the star of a shampoo commercial. That's funny. Many people get a golden ring when they get married, but when Eevee has a trainer who adores it and it evolves into Umbreon, its body gets covered in golden rings. Leafeon, it is so cute. Eevee evolves into Leafeon with the help of a moss rock. Leafeon doesn't need to eat because it uses photosynthesis to generate energy. A newly evolved Leafeon smells fresh and green, like spring grass, while an older one wafts the dry, crisp scent of autumn leaves. Leafeon loves nothing more than spending a sunny day in the great outdoors. It likes to soak it all in. The beautiful views and the sunbeams. Since it has cells similar to a plant, Leafeon creates its own energy by using the sunshine. The verdant Pokemon makes its own. In the wild forest, where the air is fresh, it prefers perfectly natural areas that are untouched by humans. Perhaps that's because it doesn't like confrontation. When its love of nature and laid-back attitude, Leafeon could be called happy, but make no mistakes. If someone tries to mess with its friends, it will step up to fight. Leafeon is peaceful, but is not a pushover. Leafeon in battle. Leafeon isn't one to pick a fight. In fact, it would rather avoid a battle if it can, but its instinct is to do whatever it takes to protect its pals, and then, and only then, it will snap into action with all of its might. Leafeon stands up for what is right, and when it is ready to fight, look out. Leafeon makes moves like Magical Leaf, which fires a glowing howl of green at an opponent. It can also send a bright energy ball flying at a foe, and has been known to make opponents see double with Double Team. It can even use its body to create a unique Double Leaf Blade Blast. Don't underestimate this peaceful Pokemon. It is well equipped for battle. Its tail might look like a soft leaf, but it is actually quite sharp, and Leafeon can wield it like a blade. Famous Leafeon. Zoe's Leafeon. Zoe is a fan of grass-type Pokemon, and one of her favorite battle styles is to choose Leafeon for a double battle. Zoe is a smart trainer and knows how to make the perfect pairing so Leafeon can shine. For example, with the added bonus of Kirlia's powerful psychic, Leafeon's magical leaf storm can't miss. And at the Pokemon Contest Grand Festival, Zoe gave Leafeon beautiful wings of light with a brilliant combination move. Mismatches added stunning Psy-Wave to Leafeon's swooping aerial ace. It was spectacular to see, plus it advanced her to the finals. And the Leafeon on Team Eevee. Trainer Virgil knows his team wouldn't be complete without a lovely Leafeon. Nothing motivates Leafeon to give it its all, quite like the opportunity to protect and defend its friends. When there is someone who needs the Pokemon Rescue Squad's help, Virgil knows Leafeon is ready to go. is similar to that of a plant. If only all plants were as fun to play with. Leafeon cares about the environment. Keeping nature clean and unspoiled is very important to it. Light Leafeon is great at dodging attacks. A true team player, Leafeon does well in double battles or as part of a larger squad. Leaf Blade is a great move, just the way it is, but by using its unique body, Leafeon can deliver twice the power in a single shot, making it double Leaf Blade. Leafeon is a true friend. You can always count on it to take action to help its pals out. Leafeon is a Pokemon who enjoys the simple pleasures in life. It's happy just hanging out in the sunshine. When it needs to hide, Leafeon can easily disappear by a bush or tree. Anything with leaves can be its camouflage. Glaceon. Eevee evolves into Glaceon with the help of an ice rock. The icy Glaceon has amazing control over its body temperature. It can freeze its own fur and even smash into an opponent with the spiky icicle that result. Glaceon is a Pokemon so powerful it could make every day a snow day. The fresh snow Pokemon is perfectly comfortable chilling itself to the bone, and when its temperature reaches sub-zero, it can turn the moisture in the air around it into a fierce hailstorm. If you decide to challenge Glaceon to a battle, things could really snowball. Look out for Glaceon freezing its fur into tiny icicles, which are perfect for pelting its foes. But if you stay on Glaceon's good side, having this Eevee evolution as a friend could be really cool. You might need to wear a hat and gloves, but you will also feel like you're living in a winter wonderland every time you train together. That must be a nice Pokemon to have in the summer, you know, when it's like way too warm outside. Glaceon in battle. The fresh snow Pokemon can freeze an opponent with its phenomenal moves. As an ice-type Pokemon, Glaceon prefers a cold climate, but its moves will give opponents the chills even when the battle is on a tropical island. Glaceon can create an icicle hail with Ice Shard. It can turn a fiery foe into an ice cube with a solid stream of ice beam, and it can freeze an opponent in place with a paralyzing glittery pink secret power. It can also stun by sending a purple shadow ball, or it can make an iron tail smack that has been known to be strong enough to send Team Rocket blasting off. For Team Rocket, they're always blasting off. Should a foe try to fight back, Clever Glaceon can cover itself in shiny silver mirror coat, which not only protects it from attacks, but also reflects double the damage back to its opponent. Famous Glaceon, May's Glaceon. Remember May and her Eevee? They traveled together to Sinnoh to compete in the Wallace Cup, one of the most important Pokemon contests. On the way, May and Eevee visited the beautiful ice cave filled with shimmering ice crystals. There, Eevee encountered an ice rock and evolved into Glaceon. It was all part of their plan to prepare for the Wallace Cup. While traveling, May and Glaceon were so happy to bump into Brock, Ash, and their pal Dawn. They encountered Team Rocket as well, and when the terrible trio tried to take all the gourmet food from the Seven Stars restaurant, May and Glaceon teamed up with Dawn and Baniri to send them blasting off. May was so thrilled to finally this contest together, the pair made it all the way to the finals. The Glaceon on Team Eevee. Virgil's Glaceon knows that teamwork makes the dream work. Its favorite strategy is to do combination move with its Team Eevee pals, and it pairs especially well with Dark-type Umbreon. On one mission, Glaceon's Frosty Icy Wind, and Umbreon's Focus Psychic cleverly combined to create a key that could unlock the door to the local dam control center. Later on, Team Eevee was called upon to fend up a group of Cryogonal who had created a very large light screen. Glaceon stepped in, and together with Umbreon's Shadow Ball, they were able to shatter Cryogonal's impressive barrier. Cynthia's Glaceon. The Sinnoh League champion Cynthia has only one evolved form of Eevee on her hand, and when she needs help, she knows that she can count on her beloved Glaceon. When the mythical Pokemon Melota took ill, Cynthia called upon Glaceon. She asked it to freeze some river water so she could make an ice pack to help heal Melota, and Glaceon stepped into action. Its ice beam froze the water in an instant. 7 reasons Glaceon is the greatest. Your thermometer won't work on Glaceon. Its temperature is off the chart. While the average human body temperature is about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, Glaceons can easily be below zero. If your freezer ever breaks, Glaceon can chill your food for you. Glaceon's body may be as cold as ice, but it still has a warm heart. In fact, Glaceon can control its body temperature so it doesn't even ever need to feel hot or cold. You don't need an ice machine or even ice cube trays as long as you have Glaceon around. The fresh snow Pokemon can make fresh ice out of any water with its chilly ice beam. You might throw a snowball at the rival, but Glaceon takes it several steps further. It can turn its opponent into an icicle. Glaceon is a Pokemon who likes to battle with a partner. It knows just how to add its ice-type moves to its Pokemon pal's attack to create the most oomph. If you are lucky enough to be challenged to a double battle, be sure to choose Glaceon. And finally, Sylveon. Eevee can evolve into Sylveon when it feels truly loved by its trainer and has the ability to perform at least one fairy-type move. Sylveon projects a calming aura from its feelers, which look like flowing ribbons. It sometimes uses this aura in battle to trick its opponent into dropping their defense. Sylveon loves to snuggle up to its trainer and can wrap its ribbon-like feelers around its trainer's arm as they walk together. No wonder it's the intertwining Pokemon. Needless to say, if you value your personal space, Sylveon might not be the best Eevee evolution for you. In fact, Sylveon likes to be close to its trainer, both physically and in its heart. The only way Eevee can evolve into Sylveon is when it has a very special bond with its beloved human buddy. Sylveon's ribbons are also stunning to watch dance. They are so graceful, even just swaying in the breeze, but hidden in that lovely flutter are sharp fangs. Those sneaky spikes are something fairy-type Pokemon are known for. Fairy-type Pokemon might seem too adorable, but if they need to, they fight back. They can fight back. Because of the affection Sylveon shows its trainer, it might seem like a sweetie, but don't be fooled. This fairy-type Pokemon is also a fighter. Sylveon has been known to Jupiter's fairy wind to send a ring of air right at its foes. Even in the daytime, it can gather the energy from the moon to fire a pink ball of potent energy with Moonblast. And watch out for Sylveon's Attract. An Attract trap will make an opponent fall in love and forget its moves mid-battle. Then Sylveon can stroll right up and completely sap its opponent's energy with a draining kiss on the cheek. In addition to its mighty moves, Sylveon's ribbon can be used as a weapon. Not only can they protect Sylveon and deflect anything thrown its way, even big ball-like berries, but the ribbons also have secret fairy-type fangs. If an opponent gets too close, they're bound to get poked. Oh, this one is very cute. On the battlefield, Brave Sylveon isn't intimidated by the biggest dragon-type Pokemon. A wise trainer would choose Sylveon to face Pokemon like Salamence, Dragonite, or Garchomp. An opponent's best chance at beating Sylveon is to use Steel-type moves, which are very effective against Fairy-type Pokemon. Famous Sylveon. Miss Penelope Sylveon. Penelope is a dedicated kindergarten teacher and a devoted trainer of her best buddy Sylveon. She loves to battle for fun and sometimes even for a friendly wager. She's been known to ask that if she wins the round, she gets to bring her challenger and their Pokemon to meet her class, and who could say no? A battle with Sylveon is too exciting to resist. With an added boost of its attract, adorable Sylveon's opponent go gaga for it. Sylveon has also won the heart of Miss Penelope's and her student. This Sylveon loves to be petted and get attention from the kindergarten class, and the kids will step up to defend their class mascot, even from tricky Team Rocket. But make no mistake, the Sylveon can defend itself with mighty moves like a fairy wind gust, a moonblast burst, and a close-ranging draining kiss. Serena Sylveon. Serena is the daughter of a renowned Rhyhorn racer. I didn't know that was a thing. But she found that training and riding Rhyhorn wasn't her cup of tea. However, on her journey, she discovered her love of competing in Pokemon showcases and making Pokevision videos, and she loves showing off her Pokemon partner Superstar Sylveon. When Serena first met her Eevee, she couldn't believe what a fabulous dancer it was. It was so fitting that Eevee evolved into Sylveon during a tag battle at a dance party. Then stunning Sylveon and Serena went on to win the match with their tag battle teammates Ash and Pikachu. Sylveon and Serena are such a terrific pair that even Arya, the Gallows Queen, and Serena's heroes took notice of their powerful partnership. Serena and Sylveon both love the spotlight, and have the talent to entertain audiences, whether it's for a competition or just to cheer up the locals of Lumio City. You can count on a fabulous show from this duo. And there is Valerie Sylveon. The LaFair City gym leader Valerie has always wanted to be a Pokemon, but alas, she is a human. She decided to do the next best thing, to study how Pokemon communicate. Now Valerie can understand almost every Pokemon when they speak. It gives her an incredible advantage in battle. Valerie is certain of her Pokemon pal Sylveon's strength, and one of its most impressive moves, its Geiga Impact Blast. 6 reasons Sylveon doesn't love to watch a ribbon dance? Sylveon has a ribbon show extravaganza built into its body. As its trainer, you'll never have to worry about losing Sylveon. The ribbon it ties around you will keep it close by. A kiss on the cheek might make someone blush, but with a kiss from Sylveon, that bright red blush is caused by the fairy-type Pokemon draining the energy from its foes. If you are fortunate enough to train Sylveon, you'll never be lonely. This buddy will always be right by your side, a short ribbon's length away. With Sylveon around, there is no need to stay up late. If you like seeing shooting stars, all you need to do is ask Sylveon to send a twinkling swift. Fangs are pretty hard to hide, but not if you're Sylveon. Its ribbons might be dazzling, but they are also quite dangerous. So it's got fangs and its ribbons. I didn't know that. And now the quiz. Which Eevee evolution is your perfect partner? Now that you know all about Eevee and its evolution, only one question remains. Which Eevee evolution would be your perfect partner? When a trainer gets the chance to help its Pokemon pal Eevee evolve. It's an exciting opportunity, but all its evolutions are so amazing, it can be hard to decide. This quiz can help. Turn the page to take the quiz, keep track of your answers, then check the key on page 89 to reveal your true match. Okay, so if you're not asleep by now and you want to do the quiz, write down your answers. So, after school, you like to A. Sing and dance around your room. B. Go to sports practice. C. Hang out with your neighbor. D. Play in the park. Or E. Fly a kite. It can be after work if you're not going to school. So, choose your answer. A, B, C, or D. 2. Your dream vacation would be A. Going snowboarding. B. Hitting the beach. C. Camping in the woods. D. Sightseeing in a big city. Or E. Visiting a volcano. 3. Your favorite snack is A. Ice cream. B. Spicy nachos. C. A fresh smoothie. D. An energy bar. Or E. Bubble tea. 4. This weekend you'd love to go A. Ice skating. B. Perform in your school play. C. Go swimming. D. Tell stories around the campfire. Or E. Go hiking. If you could have any superpower, you'd want the ability to A. Glow in the dark. B. See the future. C. Run super fast. D. Breathe fire. Or E. Make friends with anyone. C. A cause that you care about is A. Protecting the forests. B. Supporting your local performing arts center. C. Protecting the ocean. D. Decreasing air pollution. Or E. Supporting your local firefighters. Seven. Your friends would describe you as A. Friendly. B. An awesome sidekick. C. Someone who always has their back. D. Energetic. Or E. Thoughtful. like to celebrate by A. Inviting a friend to go out to dinner. B. Throwing a dance party. C. Having fun in the sun. D. Inviting everyone you know to hang out. Or E. Hosting a sleepover party. 9. When you grow up, you'd like to be, or if you've already grown up, like when you were a kid, you wanted to be A chef, B, an actor, C, an electrician, D, a gardener, or E, a lifeguard. 10. You like your hair to be A, spiky, B, shiny, C, fluffy, D, layered, E, long. 11. Your favorite reward is a prize ribbon, B, getting to stay up late, C, a double bubble bath, D, ice cream, or E, a big hug. 12. In science class, you'd like to learn more about A, the moon, B, electricity, C, photosynthesis, D, wind and weather patterns, or E, H2O. I don't know why they didn't call that water. 13. Your favorite kind of weather is a sunny afternoon, B, a super lightning storm, C, a crisp evening, D, the perfect snow day, or E, whatever, as long as you can relate the weather doesn't matter. And 14. A birthday present you'd love is a pair of cool sunglasses, B, an inflatable pool, C, a cute collectible, D, sneakers that light up, or E, a karaoke machine. So write down your answers. And now we have the answer key. Each letter has a specific numbers that goes with it. Below, mark down which number corresponds with your answer to each question. Then there's no need to add any number up. Whichever number you choose the most will reveal your match. Okay, so that's a bit complicated. So for question A, if you answered with question 1, if you answered with A, it's 9, B is 8, C is 1, D is 7, and E is 5. For question 2, A is 8, B is 2, C is 7, D is 6, and E is 4. Question 3, A is 8, B is 4, C is 7, D is 3, and E is 2. Question 4, A is 8, B is 9, C is 2, D is 4, and E is 7. Question 5, A is 6, B is 5, C is 3, D is 4, and E is 1. Question 6, A is 7, B is 9, C is 2, D is 5, and E is 4. Question 7, Question 9. A is 4. B is 9. C is 3. D is 7. And E is 2. Question 10. A is 3. B is 5. C is 4. D is 1. And E is 9. Question 11. A is 9. B is 6. C is 2. D is 8. And E is 1. Question 12. A is 6. B is 3. C is 7. D is 5. And E is 2. Question 13. A is 5. B is 3. C is 6. D is 8. And E is 1. And finally, question 14. A is 5. B is 2. C is 1. D is 6. And E is 9. And now let's go. Okay, so if you have mostly ones, your ideal Pokemon partner is Eevee. Eevee is an adorable, powerful, and friendly Pokemon, just the way it is. What could be better? Besides, you already know of plenty of Pokemon who didn't need to evolve to be awesome and strong, like Ash's Pikachu. That's a good point. Mostly twos, your ideal Pokemon partner is Vaporeon. No matter what surprises your journey has in store for you, you can ride the wave with Vaporeon. You and your water-type pals are sure to make a splash in battle. Mostly threes, your ideal Pokemon partner is Jolteon. A super high energy pal is just your style. There is no doubt that you and Jolteon will be an electrifying pair to watch on the battlefield. Mostly fours, your ideal Pokemon is Flareon. When things heat up in the arena, you'd be happy if Flareon was the buddy by your side. You are both fired up and ready for fun. Mostly fives, your ideal Pokemon partner is Espeon. You are the kind of trainer who listens to the wind of your soul. And that wind is blowing straight for Espeon. But Espeon already knew it. Already knew it was your perfect match, of course, because it can see the future. Good point. Mostly six. Your ideal Pokemon partner is Umbreon. You are a strategic trainer, and Umbreon is just the Eevee evolution to appreciate your planning skills. Together you light up the battlefield. Mostly seven. Your ideal Pokemon partner is Leafeon. You know there's nothing like the great outdoors, and Leafeon is a Pokemon who couldn't agree more. You and your match can look forward to lots of hikes and sunshine together. Mostly eights. Your ideal Pokemon partner is Glaceon. You're going to need a parka because your perfect Pokemon pal is Glaceon. It might like things chilly, but it should warm your heart to know that Glaceon likes to work as a duo. Together, you'll be unstoppable. And finally, mostly nines. Your ideal Pokemon partner is Sylveon. Sylveon is a star, and so are you. Just like Sylveon, you have a talent for entertaining. Together, you can shine on stage and screen. And it says, no matter what it evolves into, Eevee is awesome. And we have all the cute Eevees. Congratulations, trainer. You may now consider yourself an expert on all things Eevee. You've learned about Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylveon. But did you know there are 100 more Pokemon, each with unique skills and incredible stories? Well, trainer, you know what you have to do. Gotta catch them all. And then there's a little poster. Oops. So it's the same thing as earlier. So that was my little book telling us all about Eevee. I hope that you learned a few things. I know that in my case I did. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. So yeah, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope that you will have a great weekend, or if it's already the weekend while you're watching this, that you'll have a great day. And yeah, if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. And I hope that I will see you on Tuesday for my regular pack opening videos, which I'm giving you insider information. It will most likely be Ascended Hero